Well, it was a big game, playing for the top of the conference. And, we faced a very good team today that really came to play and just shut down our game and played the way they had to play to get it done. And Peters was just an outstanding player today.
How big has Anton Wilson been this year, Coach? And today especially?
You know what? He has been senior. He's put in a lot of work in the off season, and I think having been in the program for 4 years, being a senior, he I think this is what you're seeing. I mean, he's had big game after big game for us and clutch shots, and he's getting a lot of attention from our opponents, and he's handling it very well.
Why was it such a challenge in the first half, the first part of the first half, to really get good looks at the basket?
Well, I give their defense, credit. I mean, they really came out the way they needed to come out, with the balance of with Peters going inside and going out, with their perimeter players having the ability to drive the basketball. That made it very difficult for us because they have so many guys that can put the ball on the floor and score baskets.
Now we know that Peters is great. I know you game plan for him, obviously, as he's the top player in Valpo, but why did he have such a big first half, though, in your opinion?
Well, it just shows you what kind of player he is. I mean, he gets the ball. I mean, he's a threat to score, and we wanted to try to limit his touches. And what he's doing now is not, he can, score in transition. He can score off of ball screens. He's got post up stuff, and he's really doing a good job of getting the ball in the post. Bryce is doing a good job moving around. They do a good job of looking for him. I mean, he's just, he's one of the most physical, imposing guys when he's on the floor that can move, and that's the challenge.
He had 25 in the first half, 14 in the second half. What was key to curtailing his production in the second half?
Well, we of course, we recognize that, he was the guy to hurt us. If we were going to make a run, we had to try to slow him down. Started with him.
You sometimes see a renewed defensive energy on the part of your team after a made bucket. Is that just kind of a tendency of basketball players a lot of times, or is that something this team has to improve upon?
Well, we've been a high-scoring team, and that's kind of fueled us on the other end. When we're making shots, our defense is better. When we're not, you kind of get what you got today.
Coach, what's the game plan going into this week with Oakland on Saturday to keep the guys' heads in check and all that?
Well, we've been trying to take them one at a time, and with this 5-game homestand, and I think that's important with a young team. And I think today it was obvious it was a veteran, experienced defending conference champions against young guys trying to find their way, and I think. So when we get together, we'll learn from it. Guys got class tomorrow, get off to a good start in school, and then we'll learn and point out some things in this game and learn from it, and then start prepare for Oakland. And I think the big thing is a home game after a loss, and it's a conference rival.
Now, is Valpo the best team you've seen so far in conference play?
You know what? I think we have a lot of best teams. They were the best team I've seen today. I mean, they, when you watch them, they're balanced. I think they're one of the best 68 teams in the country. I mean, I really do. I mean, regardless, right now, they're going to do nothing but get better. I think they're that good.
How difficult was it during the game? And I think it was going both ways, but for either team to really establish a rhythm. There were just a lot of whistles throughout, it seemed.
Yeah, I think I think a couple of those guys, with the officiating were, were calling in, to work, today, because of weather and all that. So, winter challenges, I guess, So, but. Not the officiating. I mean, it's, they called it the way the calling it, you know, with all of the new 25 rules, you know. So players have to adjust, coaches have to adjust.